Here you can see the fall color. I guess we'll head down to Quaker Lake and see if we can catch some panfish before the panfish run is officially over. But I don't think that they're actually fishing, so go ahead and park here anyway. Okay, so today we are at Quaker Lake. Unfortunately, I think we are past the peak of the fall panfish run, but hopefully there's still a few panfish in shallow, and the main target today is going to be panfish. Of course, I'm probably not going to be able to help myself and throw around a few bass lures as well, see if any bass and pike are biting, and main target's panfish, so we'll see if we can catch them. And it is peak weekend for the leaves. It's kind of interesting. Yesterday we went out to Alma Pond, and the leaves there were a little bit past their peak. Here I think the leaves are a little bit before the peak yet, but once again driving here the leaves were at their peak for most of the ride, so very pretty ride in. Here comes the wind. Let you know when we catch some fish. Certainly didn't take very long to get a bite. 5 seconds in and we already got one. Oh, it's a bass! What? Did not expect that. Caught that thing in 2 seconds. Just casted out a worm. Alright, little smallmouth. Well, that's still a good sign. Hopefully that means that the panfish are there feeding and he's after the panfish. Alrighty. Little Quaker Lake smallmouth. There's a shot of him in the fall color. 5 seconds in. That's funny. Alright, there you go, buddy. Fish on. Again, the minute hit the water, pretty much bet. Little pumpkinseed. Not little pumpkinseed, decent sized pumpkinseed. Ooh, now the question is, do we want to start keeping them? I am half planning to keep them today. I guess we'll let this guy go. And if I start catching them one after another, we'll start keeping them. Hoping to take home a trout before the day's over. So if I'm going to clean a trout, may as well clean a couple panfish with it, right? Well, there's a catch. Hooked a freaking clam. I don't know how that happened. Alright, let it go. Come on. Clams are not legal to harvest in New York State, so I'm trying to be good. Hopefully get them out without breaking my hook. This thing is really clamped on that. Come on, get off of there. Come on, Mr. Clam. There we go. Sheesh. I got another bite on the bobber. Waiting for it to take it under. Fighting like the last fish. I don't know if that means it's another bass or what. Come on, take it under. Got him. I think it is another bass. Maybe it is another panfish. I don't know, find out in a second. No, it's a panfish. What are you? Pumpkinseed? Yep. Looks like this one may have swallowed it, so this may be our first keeper. He's keeping size. He bleeding? Just debating whether I want to throw him back or not. He didn't swallow it too bad. Not bleeding. Just debating whether I want to keep panfish or not. It all depends on if I catch a trout tonight. Whether or not it's worth it to clean panfish too. Not worth it if I just catch a few. It's only the second one that I've caught in a while. I think he'll make it, so I'll let him go. Well, fishing's only been fair so far, but you gotta admire the scenery here. It's gorgeous out here. Oh boy, well, it looks to me like we've got some rain coming. Where did that come from? You know, originally they were predicting rain today, then they were saying it wasn't supposed to rain. And right now, there is like, that looks like it's going to be hardcore rain. I better start packing up. You can see down there, it's looking pretty dark. Look at that sky. That is awesome. Personally, I actually love being out in storms. So I'm almost looking forward to this, but I better hurry and run to the car. It's getting awfully dark, awfully fast. So this is going to be insane in a minute here. Well, the storm has started. Well, good to know I'm not the only crazy person. Here's the lake. Here comes the storm. Better believe we're going to try fishing as soon as this ends. Well, we are now in the storm. As soon as it settles down a little bit, we will resume fishing. And just to show you, there's another guy out there fishing in the pouring rain. Just to show you, I'm not the only crazy out here. It just started raining a little worse. Looks like that guy might finally be giving up. That's kind of funny. Alright, well, I'm not going to give up. Hopefully this lets up soon. It looks like it will a little bit, according to the weather map. And hopefully we can catch some trout. No, he's recasting. That guy, man, holy cow. He's crazier than I am. Alright, well, it's settled down enough for me. And, yeah, the crazy guy over there has actually been fishing this entire time. So, I'm not the only crazy one. Alright, well, let's go out and try and catch some fish. Trying to record and I just missed a fish. Alright, I'm just going to keep the camera rolling. I think that was just a big rock bass. Or a little smallmouth or something. It wasn't a trout. Definitely a bite. Well, it was a bite. Maybe I spooked it coming out of the water there. Well, today didn't pan out exactly like I wanted it to. I'm sure the bullhead would actually be biting, but as you can hear, it's still raining, and I've got to work early tomorrow, so I'm not going to get out the lantern. I'm not going to bullhead fish. Didn't get any of those trout to bite. They're stacked up in front of the dam here at Quaker Lake, but they just stacked them a couple weeks ago, and they're still really lethargic. They really don't start biting until like just before ice on, really, when the water gets cold. Whenever they're schooled up and not swimming around like that, they usually don't bite. There's a couple that are swimming around that followed my spoon earlier, but nothing bit, and so, yeah, kind of disappointing there, but I was hoping with the rain maybe it'd turn the fish on. This whole week was a pretty darn poor week of fishing. Last week was don't want to say excellent week of fishing, but last week the fish were biting pretty well everywhere. This week the fish were not biting very well anywhere, with the exception of the bullhead at night. I did miss one fish in that rainstorm. It was just it looked like a giant rock bass, actually, like my PB rock bass. It looked like a 13-inch rock bass. It might have just been a regular bass, or maybe it was a big crappie. I'm not exactly sure. It was not one of the trout. And then that other guy that was braving the storm, I didn't see him catch anything. So, pretty slow day, but fun to get out, fun to see the fall, or nice to see the fall colors. And, yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. See you in the next adventure. I'm going to start working like 50 hours a week starting this week, so I don't know how many fishing videos I'm going to be able to make. I'm hoping to be able to still make one video a week, but it's definitely going to slow down, especially with the days getting shorter. I don't have as much time to get out and fish. So we'll see. I'm sure I'll be able to at least squeak out one video a week. So thanks for watching, thanks for the support, and I'll catch you guys in the next fishing video.